Hello values coaches. In this video I want to say a little bit more about the pickle pledge. I will turn every complaint into either a blessing or a constructive suggestion. And you know, I've talked about in the past about how this promise that you make to yourself is about gratitude and about initiative. I will turn every complaint, my head is killing me, into a blessing, thank God for modern pharmacology, or a constructive suggestion and taking initiative. I should drink some water because the first symptom of dehydration is a headache. So I recently realized that in addition to gratitude, in addition to initiative, this is also a promise you make to yourself about compassion. Here's how it happened. Shortly before all the COVID-19 hit and we stopped being able to travel, I got on one of these little regional jets, that have one seat and then two seats. And every seat was taken except mine, and the person sitting next to my seat had half of my seat occupied. He probably weighed 350 or 400 pounds. And I'm walking down the aisle looking at my half a seat, and of course my first thought is, poor me, wah, wah, wah. I'm going to write a letter to the CEO of the airline. And then I remembered the promise, I will turn every complaint into a blessing. It's only a 90-minute flight. Or a constructive suggestion, and in my case here it was noise-canceling headphones and a good book. And when I sat down, I said hello. I asked if he was going home or away from home. We chatted for a bit. And then he said something that really struck me. He said, these planes are getting smaller all the time. I've been flying that particular airplane for more than 30 years. It has not shrunk. And I realized what he was saying to me is, you have no idea how hard it is, how painful it is to be me in a situation like this. And it was really sort of heartbreaking. And I realized that often when you're complaining, you're sort of pointing a finger at somebody else. You're judging, you're not being compassionate, you're not being empathetic. And when you turn that complaint into a constructive suggestion and a blessing, it can also open your heart and it can make you a more compassionate, more empathetic person. So I'm going to challenge you to remember that promise to yourself, to think about it a little more deeply, and to recommit yourself to turning every complaint into either a blessing or a constructive suggestion. And if you do that, it's the first step to becoming a more values-based person. And then of course in surgery residency they say see one, do one, teach one. Don't just stop with doing it for yourself. Re-emphasize that pickle pledge to the people you work with, the people you love. Thanks very much for being a values coach, and let me know as always if there's ever anything we at Values Coach can do for you. Thank you.